I'm going to read through the text for us. Now, as we read, I'm going to be highlighting words and phrases that are going to point us or hint us towards the point of view of the author. So as I'm underlining up here, I want you to be highlighting on your Google Docs in front of you. So I'm reading this first passage, The Protector of the Forest, for the purpose of finding the point of view of this author. So again, I'm going to be looking for specific words and phrases that are going to hint me towards that point of view of this author. So let's go ahead and start with the first paragraph. Just imagine you are hiking through the forest by yourself. It is dusk and the late summer sun is beginning to set. The leaves and pine needles crunch underneath your feet. You hear birds chirping and see squirrels scurrying about. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you see a large, dark, hairy, ape-like animal. You turn to get a better view, but there's nothing there. Did you just catch a glimpse of the elusive Bigfoot? You might have been one of the many witnesses who have reported seeing Bigfoot. Bigfoot investigators study thousands of documented sightings, casts of footprints, recordings of sounds, and even images captured of the mysterious Bigfoots. So I'm going to underline, you turn to get a better view. You might have been one of the many witnesses who have reported seeing Bigfoot. This use of you is like putting myself in the story so that I myself feel like I have also been a part of one of these witnesses. Second person point of view. I'm also going to underline thousands of documented sightings, casts of footprints, recordings of sounds, and even images of Bigfoot. Jasmine for highlighting that. Nice job, Robert. Thank you for following along. All right, so the fact that it's telling me that thousands of documented sightings, they're giving me proof, evidence of Bigfoot existing through the sightings, through footprints, through sounds.
So many.
All right, moving down to paragraph 2. There are thousands of eyewitness sightings that prove Bigfoot's existence. For example, in Ohio, there is an unusual amount of witness sightings. In spring of 1991, a witness saw him just north of Philadelphia, Ohio. He was 40 feet away. Just 3 years later, in July of 1994, a Bigfoot investigator spotted him. This was in Alliance, Ohio, at the Berlin Lake State Wildlife at approximately 2:30 a.m. Finally, in Sharon, Ohio, on July 2nd, 1984, a woman and her kids spotted Bigfoot next to the playground they were playing at. They left as soon as they saw Bigfoot. So I have 3 examples of sightings. There was one in 1991 in Philadelphia, Ohio. There's one sighting. There was another in July 1994 in Alliance, Ohio. There's number 2. And then another one in Sharon, Ohio in 1984. That's my 3rd sighting. So this author is giving me 3 different examples of sightings. They've given me the dates, they've given me the times, they've given me the place that Bigfoot has been sighted at. 3 examples. All right. And moving on to the last paragraph. Furthermore, plaster casts taken of large footprints prove Bigfoot is lurking in the forest. Scientists take plaster casts of these large footprints so they can study them. Some of the casts were studied by Dr. Glover Krantz of Washington State University. After analyzing the cast of prints taken from Bossburg, Washington in December of 1969, he determined an animal 8 feet tall and weighing 800 pounds had to be the creature they belong to. The creature has to be Bigfoot. So in addition to these sightings, we also see these footprint cats. They're studied by this professor, by this doctor, Glover Krantz, who works at a university. And he studied them, and he knows that it had to belong to an animal 8 feet tall, weighing 800 pounds. Exactly. So this evidence of the footprint shows that it has to belong to this large animal. Alright, so now what you are going to do is scroll down to the second page of that Google Doc. The second page of that Google Doc. Say, Sean, can you read the title of that second passage?
Just the hallucination.
Exactly. Just the hallucination. So you're now going to go ahead and read just the hallucination. Based off of that first passage, I can determine that this author of The Protector of the Forest, he definitely believes that Bigfoot exists. His point of view of Bigfoot is that he exists. He's real. They've given me evidence in his passage, in his article. You're going to do the same thing now for just a hallucination. You're going to go ahead and read, and you're going to highlight the words and phrases that tell you the author's point of view of Bigfoot. Alright, so what are you looking for as you read? What are you looking for, Jesse? Evidence of
If it has
of the author's
point of view.
of who?
Of Bigfoot.
Of Bigfoot, exactly. Alright, you're going to take about 6 minutes to go ahead and do that. Thank you, Tayshawn, for starting to read. Thank you, Jeremiah, for starting to read. We'll take about 6 minutes to read through and highlight. job will take about 3 more minutes.
The second one is much smaller.
Excellent job. About 2 more minutes. Start moving on to that last paragraph. Alright, let's come back together in 3, 2, and eyes up here in 1. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Tayshawn. Let me have your eyes up here. Thank you, Jacob. Alright, now you're going to scroll down to where we see the chart of point of view and evidence of the text. It's right underneath that passage. What you're going to do is now you're going to look at the words and phrases you just highlighted and just the hallucination, and you're going to determine what is the author's point of view of Bigfoot. You're going to give 3 details as evidence to prove what you determine as the author's point of view. You can work with the person next to you to find the point of view and evidence from the text.
You know that these are both yeah, so she's the youngest person I've ever heard. Oh my god. Wait, we have to go on for both stories?
Nope, this is just a hallucination.
Yeah, you guys read that.
Good.
No, it's a review according to the text. So you have to put use that word. Which one did you see? So who will show you written of the
I'm almost to a million, do you know that? I'm in 300K. I also had that much of luck. You know how I got a lot of money when I you know how I got like my heart was burning into my I'll get paid more than that. I get paid 500. I got the color of it. I need a bunch and have 3 kids. You'll just be like, you can't scare them. You can't take nothing on their house. You know what, Dennis? So the system is first someone comes and put a lot of trash. I wonder how many trash bags around me did. And they did, and then we said, my dick in that. They became a trash. But I think the system actually what else is different? Yeah.
Alright, take 1 more minute.
You called me. I don't know. You be calling this thing. Okay, so what's the office for?
I want to meet Olivia James. It's the YouTuber that wants to do a secret.
All right, clap once, clap twice, clap 3 times. All right, track the front, track the front, take it this way. All right. Now, as I was circulating around, some of you have confused point of view and purpose. What is the difference between author's point of view and author's purpose? Amir?
The point of view is like what the author is trying to tell you, and the purpose is like what's the evidence and into form and entertain.
Okay, so absolutely. So point of view is the author's beliefs or what the author's trying to tell you as the reader. Now, what is the author's purpose? What is the author's purpose? One?
Purpose is for to persuade you, for you, say what's going on.
Okay, so it's more like the reason the author is writing what they're writing. The reason, like, are they trying to inform you about something? Are they trying to persuade you about something? What do we have to do here, though? Jeremiah? Exactly. Here we're trying to find the author's point of view of Bigfoot. What do we think? What is the author's point of view of Bigfoot and just a hallucination? Carrie?
The author's point of view is that on Bigfoot is that he believes, or he or she does not believe Bigfoot.
Exactly. He does not believe Bigfoot exists. Alright. So let's scroll. Tayshawn, read us one piece of evidence you gathered.
Well, right here, it says that it says hair samples from Bigfoot. It says Bigfoot believers have also claimed to have found hair samples from Bigfoot, yet not one of them had tested positive. Recently, DNA testing was done on 100 Bigfoot hair samples. The results were that they came from bears, cows, and other common animals.
Alright, excellent, Tayshawn. Why does that evidence support that Bigfoot does not exist?
Because it's basically saying that, people are saying that it's like Bigfoot hair, but it's not actually Bigfoot hair. It's just from other animals or something.
Right. It belongs to other animals. It doesn't belong to Bigfoot. Jesse, what was another piece of evidence you got?
I got one that says when it talks about how apes are not up north or something.
Read the sentence.
Oh, no apes have ever lived in North America. In North America. I'm not even in my copy. That's
Okay. How does that support that Bigfoot?
Because the claim that Bigfoot is a tall ape, and basically saying that no apes live in North America because everybody's saying Bigfoot is an ape.
Exactly. Exactly. Good. Carrie?
For there to be 6,000 Bigfoot living in forests and not one fossil, hair sample, or skeleton found does not seem possible. The numbers just don't add up.
Okay, Carrie, why is that a good piece of evidence to use?
Because in order for it to be that many Bigfoot creatures living, some of them would die off, and they will have skeletons or their hair or fossils or something. Except absolutely none has been found, so it's it's not possible because there can't be that many of a creature, and there's no evidence found.
Absolutely. And then Amir.
Oh. Well, one evidence I'll tell you. These Bigfoot believers have no real evidence. First of all, there are no fossil records of this. We have thousands of fossils of dinosaurs and teeny tiny but not one tiny bone from a giant ape. As a matter of fact, no apes have ever lived in North America, so the odds finding a Bigfoot is slim to none.
Alright, Amir, why did you choose that piece of evidence?
Because it says like all other animals have fossils and stuff that they found, and like that was a Bigfoot, but they never found a fossil.
Exactly. And just the first line of the passage says, we have no evidence. There is no real evidence that supports Bigfoot existing. Brandon?